Hello, and welcome here to the Echo Park Speedway here, formerly Atlanta Motor Speedway, here with the Inspired Racing League and the Inspired Cup Series. 180 laps tonight for these drivers. It's going to be a fun one. Here's Season 3, race number 17. Tonight will decide our chase here in Season 3. So very curious. These results definitely going to be a big impact on the championship here tonight. But while we got a moment, let's take a look at our race info here tonight. Echo Park Speedway, the 1.5 mile racetrack, 1.52 miles there on the graphic. 772 feet of elevation, 45 mile an hour down there on pit road for pit speed limit. Little cloudy out here tonight, 69 degrees out there in the air, 71 down there on the track. 10 mile an hour of wind to the southwest here tonight. Of course, fixed setups for these drivers and 0 fast repairs with all of the Inspired Racing League races. 4 additional sets of tires down there on pit road tonight. Using that Gen 6 NASCAR Cup car. And those drivers going to have 100% fuel load here tonight. Of course, here with Greg Thielsen of Push to Edge Productions. We are live tonight on the Push to Edge Productions YouTube, as well as the Push to Edge Productions TikTok here tonight. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I see some hearts over there on TikTok. Also tonight, we are live over on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube as well. And if you want in the giveaway here tonight, you got to hop over in that Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Get your vote in. And tonight, that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway, correctly guess that P3 finisher, and you will win $5 cash. The driver that gets picked correctly will get $5 in iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted there by lap number 120, going 180 tonight, so about 2/3 of the way. Only one guess per driver, no duplicates, so once a driver has been picked, he can no longer be picked. So if you got a driver in mind, thinking he's going to finish on the podium, P3 here tonight, go ahead, jump in the chat and vote for who you got. I'm going to get my pick in here early. That 97 there, Wesley Ottman. Or 95 in here, right? 97, yep. That's who I got there for my pick tonight. But enough of that. Let's take a look at our practice here. Looks like Joe White, that 42 up on top of that list. That Wesley Ottman, number 97. He's sitting there in second right now. Josh Henderson, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, your top 5. Jeff Peppers, Cade Cannon, Ty Wilson, Peyton Boyle, Ty Stone, that top 10. Trent Green, Maxwell Tigner, Bobby Hadaway, Crispy Lou, Sean Hamilton, Elijah Fisher, Joseph Maddox, Thomas Hernandez, William Carter, and Justin Greenlee, the top 20. Hayden Williams, Bobby Holloman, yet to put down a lap here yet. But let's take a look here at that championship standings before we get into the race here at the Echo Park Speedway. Mike Hauser coming in with that championship lead right now. Elijah Fisher, Josh Henderson, Peyton Boyle, and Daniel Lehman, your top 5. Travis Farmer, Cade Cannon, Jeffrey Peppers, Thomas Hernandez, Justin Greenlee, Joe White, Maxwell Tigner, Crispy Lou, Bobby Holloman, Sean Hamilton, Bobby Hadaway, Levi Ramsey, Ty Stone, Trent Jones, and Steven Henning Jr. Your top 20 there in points. So it's going to come down to this. A great look here. The top 5s, top 10s. How many wins each driver's got? Hauser with 4 here this season. Fisher with 3. Henderson with 2. Farmer with 2. And then we got a bunch with 1. Trent Jones with 1. Daniel Lehman. Peyton Boyle. All with the win here this season, along with Cade Cannon. Yeah, I did say for the 97 there, Emma. I did pick that Wesley Altman 97 here tonight. That's who I think. He's going to be on the podium somewhere here tonight, is my feeling. A little bit of time left here in practice, just under 2.5 minutes left out here in practice. We got a few drivers out here still taking a few laps. Great look at that Echo Park Speedway. A little bit cloudy. You see that fog out there in the racetrack. Definitely going to be something these drivers dealing with. Keeping that temperature down quite a bit, I do expect. Looking at that weather. Little cloudy. Still 69 out there in the air. 72 for the track temp. But definitely going to keep our eye out there on that one. Big shout out Inspired Marketing LLC. Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys, everything that you do here for the Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series. Looking at our week to come here in races here on Push Edge Productions. Tomorrow, Tuesday, August 25th, we're heading to Richmond with some ARCA cars. Twin 75s doubleheader there with Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League. That one's going to be fun. 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST. Wednesday, the Inspired Platinum Truck Series heads to IRP with some trucks. That's going to be a fun one. Of course, same time, 7:45 CST, 8:45 EST. Then Friday, a little bit of racing here with the Midwest Racing Fun League. Come hang out with me as I take on the triple header, Trucks, O'Reilly, and Next Gen. Saturday, the Inspired Heat Series there with the Inspired Racing League. Also heading to IRP there with the ARCA cars. So that's going to be a fun one. Saturday, Sunday, Coronado with the Rogue Racing League and their Truck Series, Season 5. And then next Monday here with the Inspired Racing League Cup Series, Darlington next week to kick off the chase. A great week of racing here on Push Edge Productions. Here with Greg Tilson up in the booth. Hope you guys having a great Monday, a great start to your week. Really appreciate you guys being here. Much, much love. If you're having a good time, having a good night here, go ahead, drop a follow, drop a like on all our socials, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. I would much appreciate that. And if you want to get those picks in for the giveaway tonight, so we head over here into qualifying that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway, you're going to have to go over to the Inspired Racing League YouTube and get your pick in over there. So we're picking for P3 tonight. $5 cash at hand, $5 iRacing credits if the correct driver picked there for P3 tonight. All guesses to be submitted there by lap 120. And only one guess per driver, no duplicates. Once a driver has been picked, he can no longer be picked again. Just the rules here tonight, the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. But taking out to the racetrack, we got a few drivers out there taking some laps. We got Hayden Williams in the one, that whatnot machine over here. The Crispy Lou. Bucky's number 19 making his way out to the racetrack there as well. Ty Wilson, the 55, making his way out there as well. It looks like Cade Cannon in the 9. First driver up on the board. Provisional quick time. Jumping a second there on his first lap, the 21, Jeff Peppers. Good showing here. We got some bow ties. We got a Toyota there. Ty Wilson jumping up to third in that number 55. New quick time, the 97 there. Wesley Ottman, that Pushed Edge Sim Sports, Pushed Edge Productions, number 97. And look at that. Few new times on the board. Cade Cannon up to the top again. Jeff Peppers back to second. Josh Henderson up to third. Hayden Williams moving up to that 4th spot. Wesley Ottman up to 6th. Ty Wilson up to 3rd there. Oh! Wesley Ottman up to 3rd. Mike Hauser up to 2nd. Thomas Hernandez up to 2nd. Sean Hamilton up to 3rd there. Bobby Hadaway up to 4th. Oh, new quick time. Peyton Boyle, that Wrangler number 3 machine, up to the top of the boards. Oh, and into the wall there for the 3. So, new quick time and a lot of damage. Wow, okay. Boyle up on top. Cannon, Hernandez, Hamilton, Hadaway, Hauser, Henderson, Stone out here making some laps. That 12 with Ty Stone. Looks like he is done as well. Crispy Lou, Wesley Ottman, Hayden Williams, Jeff Peppers, Ty Wilson, Joe White, Justin Greenlee jumping up to that 14th spot above Joe White. Joseph Maddox in the 87 up to 17th there in that Real Tree machine here tonight. 17 cars qualified so far. Looks like that next driver out there to get on the tower, the 83 there, William Carter, out there for his first lap, 12th for the 83. See what he's got, lap number 2. Trent Green, Travis Farmer, Elijah Fisher, Bobby Holloman, Carson Collins, all yet to qualify. Looks like the 83 shutting it down there. And no cars out there on the racetrack anymore. Qualifying. Continuing on here. 18 cars set a lap so far. We got 6 yet to qualify. Maddox, Farmer, Green, Fisher, Holloman, and Collins. Might possibly be starting from the back of the field out there. But big shout out all the fans out here tonight. Much appreciated, all y'all. Caitlin out there, Cody Jacobs, Emma, Scott, Axel, Jason Williams, Landon Wells out there as well. Matthew Scott stopping by out on the live stream as well over there on the Inspired Racing League channel. Appreciate all you guys stopping by. Much appreciated there. Still no cars of that group pulling out. They have all elected not to qualify, so that is going to be it. Let's go ahead. We're going to roll to side-by-side right here real quick, and then we'll get the starting grid. We will be right back. All right, a little bit of that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea. Let's go ahead, run down our starting grid here tonight at Echo Park Speedway. Out in row number 1, Peyton Boyle. Cade Cannon going to lead the field to that green flag here tonight. Row number 2, Thomas Hernandez. Sean Hamilton starting off inside that top 5 here. Bobby Hadaway, Mike Hauser, row number 3. Row number 4, going to be Josh Henderson, Ty Stone, just inside that top 10 here. Rounding out that top 10, Crispy Lou, Maxwell Tigner. Here in row number 6, we got Wesley Ottman and William Carter. Hayden Williams and Jeff Peppers going to be rolling off row number 7. Row 8, Ty Wilson, Justin Greenlee, Joe White, and Joseph Maddox here, row 9, just inside that top 20 here. Row 10, rounding out that top 20, Elijah Fisher, Trent Green here tonight. Row 11, Bobby Holloman, Travis Farmer. And rounding out the field, row number 12, Carson Collins. Going to be leading the back of this field here to this green flag. That pace truck out there leading them around. What a great race here tonight. Definitely expecting a good one. The Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series to determine who makes it into the chase. A lot on the line here tonight. Excuse me. Quite a few cars out here. The draft definitely going to come into play here after that repave. Of course, we're on that new Atlanta surface. So, Progressive Banked acts much like a super speedway here. Gonna be a fun one. Drivers all gonna be pushing it to the test. Tell you what, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Pace lights out there on the pace truck. That green flag gonna come out here soon. That Wrangler number 3 leading us to the green flag. Peyton Boyle, that post hitter. Great job there by that number 3 machine. Into turn number 3 and 4, the field goes. They are about to get this thing fired off here. That pace truck down to pit lane. We are going racing. And for the first time tonight, the Inspired Cup Series goes green flag here at Echo Park Speedway. That field down into turn number 1, side by side. Across the board, all these drivers fighting for position early here. Down that back straightaway, some side drafting going on. That arrow really going to come into play here tonight. Drafting, a very important part of these super speedways. And you need help. You need a partner. Kind of like some tandem drafting back like the 90s. These Gen 6 cars, if they're in a pack, you need that partner there with you. Kind of like dancing out here, more or less. And these Gen 6 cars, they get so sucked down into the racetrack there. Oh, we see the 12, Ty Stone, down there on the apron below that white and red line. Able to blend back up onto the racetrack. Very dangerous back there, but they're still side by side. All the way back here to that 15th, 13th, 14th spot right here. Then we jump back to Ty Wilson. No, he's, oh no! The 61 goes around Sean Hamilton. Around goes the 61 yellow flag. Oh no! A hard hit late there for that 61. We're going to have to take a look back at that one. Caution flag will fly. Oh, no. Let's take a look. We see just how sideways that 61 gets down into that 17. Unfortunately, he comes around. The 17 able to stay straight. Everybody else dodging or trying to at least, unfortunately. Ooh, hard hit for that 16, Elijah Fisher, into the side there of that 61. Sean Hamilton. Oh, no. We're going to take another look at this one from a different angle. Let's take it a little farther back as well. Try to get a better look here at this one. Looks like a little bit of net code there. 52 of Bobby Hadaway coming together there with the 61. 61 comes around. And late hit here for the 16. Elijah Fisher, that Fastenal machine. Hard contact. Let's see Ty Stone involved in something here as well, that 12. Let's see what happened here with him. Oh, he was getting together. Oh, he got in with Joseph Maddox. Maddox comes around. Stone able to get it slowed down there as Fisher and Hamilton come together. Let's see what happened here with Maddox. I think as he was checking up, yeah, Stone just kind of making some contact there. He heads down that racetrack. Does not make contact with anything. So that is good. He gets that car stopped. First caution flag out tonight. Wow, oh wow, that 61, that Pushhead Sim Sports. Sean Hamilton machine. Qualified so well, unfortunately. First caution flag, and he is involved. Take a look at that top 10. Cade Cannon, Peyton Boyle, Thomas Hernandez, Bobby Hadaway, Maxwell Tigner, Hayden Williams, Joe White, Ty Stone, Joseph Maddox, Jeff Peppers here. We get ready to go back green flag. The pace light's still out, so we're going to go jump side by side real quick. We will be right back with some green flag action. Echo Park Speedway here, Atlanta, Georgia. Push Edge Productions here with the Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series. Stick around, some green flag action right around the corner. Back at the Echo Park Speedway once again, the Inspired Cup Series. About to take back the green flag racing. We got a few laps in there. 6 complete of our 180. Cade Cannon going to lead us off to the green flag now. Actually, I do think Peyton Boyle got it and elected that outside, but I'm not 100% there on that one. A great look above this racetrack here. What a night. So beautiful here. Another one of the racetracks I've had the pleasure to spend a lot of time at, both before and after the repave. So got to experience both versions as well. I'm a bigger fan of the old version, but pace truck down pit lane. We are going back green flag racing to that Echo Park restart zone. The green flag back out here once again, and we are racing here at Echo Park Speedway down into turn number 1. Looks like Cade Cannon with the big advantage, that 9, pulling out a little bit of a gap there with some help from that Hernandez. Number 77. That bottom lane definitely starting to get a lot more organized there. As some drivers moving around, trying to find a few different lanes out here tonight. Expect for drivers to be moving around. That high side can work. You can get that run down on the bottom. All about who you're working with here tonight and who your dancing partner is. Talking about it a little bit earlier there. Who you get teamed up with. Take a look out that back of that 77 Hernandez. Up there pushing that 9 of Cade Cannon. Looking back at that Joe White number 42. See that 3 Peyton Boyle peeking his head out there as well. Jeff Peppers right there in tow as well. Single file here for the first few drivers. Not double file till we get back to that number 3 Peyton Boyle back in 7th. He's battling there with that 12 Ty Stone down there on the bottom. The 55 Ty Wilson giving that 12 a little bit of help. That 48 Bobby Holloman jumps out to that outside lane there. Down that back straightaway they go. The outside lane just not as organized as we see Peppers and the 21 jump out there to try to get that outside lane rolling. Boyle kind of in the middle, helping the 48 out there on the outside. Doing a little bit of everything there in that number 3 machine right now. 11 laps complete. Really starting to tick some laps away here. Still side by side for the majority as well. Side by side, still once again about that top 10, about 5 cars deep. They're side by side. We go 3 wide there in the back. Believe that was Wesley Ottman there taking it 3 wide up through the middle. That's that 97 machine, that Pushhead Sim Sports hot rod. He wants some track position, working himself forward there through that middle. Able to make it work there. Now tucked up behind that number 3 there, Peyton Boyle. Taking a little look on board here with that 97. Some telemetry here. How fast these drivers going. 185 mile an hour down there in the turn number 3 there. About 174, 173 as a low. We're back 3 wide again though. Check this out. 3 wide. Here quite a bit early. We're lap 14 and they're already 3 wide racing hard out in front. This is for about that 6th position right now. Now look at that. The majority of that top 5 down there on the bottom. Now Holloman caught out alone out there on that high side. That 48 Rockstar Energy machine. Not able to hold pace with that single file lane down on that bottom side. It's all about who you're working with. Those partners that you got, the help from behind. Tell you what. Oh no, Joe White goes around hard in the wall. Holloman involved. That's the big one. There goes the big one. Yellow flag. Number 2 comes out here tonight. Let's take a look. Bobby Holloman definitely at the start of that one. That 48. Oh no, the 42. Across the nose there, the 97, Wesley Ottman. That 42 hard into the wall. 48 of Bobby Holloman gets collected. That 26 of Tigner. Looks like that 52 there, Bobby Hadaway, also involved there in that one. A lot of good cars there involved. Let's take a look one more time. Let's take another look at that one. A little bit of contact there. Not sure. Kind of looked like that 42 came down the racetrack there on the nose of that 97, but kind of hard to tell. Ty Stone there in that 12, some heavy damage. Looks like a lot of these drivers ducking down to that bottom side able to stay out of that incident. But Joe White, ouch, heavy damage for that 42. For sure. Bobby Holloman, that 48. Ty Stone there in the 12. Oh, not the fate that they were looking for. Oh, no, did they make contact? No, they didn't. That's just for speed. Okay. I believe. Yeah, he comes to a stop there, parks it, jumps back to pit lane. Let's see. Joseph Maddox says might be involved here. Let's take a look from on board, looking out front, kind of nowhere to go. He just slows down, comes to a stop. Great job there by that 87. Not collected in this one. Coming to a stop and staying out of it. But caution flag number 2 here. Few cars elected not to come down to pit road. Very interesting. Some strategy going to come into play here. Big shout out Inspired Marketing LLC. Mad Performance Paints. Big shout out to them. Big partners and sponsors here of the Inspired Racing League. But here under pacing, let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side. I need some more of that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea. So we will be right back. Greg Tilson, Push Edge Productions, here from Echo Park Speedway here in Atlanta. Race number 17 here, season 3 of the Inspire Cup Series. We will be right back. Back here at the Echo Park Speedway. Let's take a look at that top 10. Getting ready to go back green. Cade Cannon, Jeff Peppers, Thomas Hernandez, Crispy Lou, Joseph Maddox, Hayden Williams, Ty Wilson, Trent Green, Mike Hauser, Peyton Boyle. Going to be those top 10 as we get ready to go back green. Those lights out on the pace truck. There as we go off of turn number 2. Down that back straightaway. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Some hard racing out here at that Echo Park Speedway tonight. Second caution flag flying a little bit early here. 18 laps complete so far. 6 laps under caution. 2 green flag lead changes so far. Take a look at those lap leaders. Cade Cannon with the most right now, 14. Peppers up there with 3. And Boyle able to lead 1 as well. But off of turn number 4, down that front straightaway, into that Echo Park restart zone, we are back. Green flag racing once again. The field down there into turn 1, the outside lane broken up really early. I'm not quite sure what happened there to that outside lane, but boy, oh boy, was that not ideal. Everybody almost single file down to that bottom very quickly at that. While we got the moment, let's go ahead. Let's hear the sights and the sounds. Let's go ahead and crank it up. And thank you guys. A little bit of a crank it up here tonight. The sights and the sounds of the Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series, excuse me, here tonight. Cade Cannon out in front, doing a great job moving up through the field. That pole sitter, Peyton Boyle, back to fourth. Cannon up a spot. Hernandez up a spot. And look at that. Williams up 10 spots. Up in that third spot, that number 1 machine. Having a pretty good start to tonight. Taking a look a little farther back, that Ty Wilson, number 55, having a great start to tonight as well. He's up 10 spots. Up to that 5th spot right now, that Sport Clips, number 55. Battling hard right now, Crispy Lou, Jeff Peppers, Wesley Ottman, all in this picture right now. Battling side by side. All for about that top 5 right now. Top 4 cars, single file down there on the bottom. But look at that, Crispy Lou able to move up a spot side by side there with that 4th spot of Boyle. So now he's fighting for 4th up there on that high line. They're making that high side work right now as well. Like I said, it's power in numbers, that's for sure. You can get some help up there on the high side. You can get it rolling. That's for sure, for sure. See some more activity. The 61 there. Sean Hamilton up to that high side. Pulling in behind his teammate there of that 97, Wesley Ottman. Ottman looking through that middle, trying to make some room or something. Trying to go up through the middle, 3 wide once again. Quite possibly. We see Ty Stone jumping up to that outside. Trent Green jumping up there as well. That bright blue and pink Bushhead Sim Sports hot rod out here tonight. Oh, Jeff Peppers, a big move out front. Up in that 3rd spot to that high side. Pulling to that outside there, Crispy Lou in the 19 machine. Followed by 2 Bushhead Sim Sports hot rods. Little bit of bump drafted out front. Coming to lap number 30. Let's take a look back one more time. Talk about that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway here one more time. Correctly guessed that finisher here. In the P3 position, you have a shot to win $5 cash. That driver also collecting $5 in iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted before lap number 130. So just under 100 laps left. So 90 laps to get those votes in. And only 1 guess per driver. So make sure if somebody's already picked that driver, they'll let you know. Hop over to that Inspired iRacing League, Inspired Racing League YouTube channel and get your votes in over there. Unfortunately, on the TikTok and over here on the Push Edge Productions YouTube, we are not accepting votes. You got to head over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube to get those votes in. But take a look at that. That 97 down back to the bottom. Peppers in that 21 looking to that outside. Trying to make a move once again. Cade Cannon, that 9 machine, still out in front right now. He's got some company though. The 97 looking to that outside. Wesley Ottman wants that race lead. Holding side by side, but I don't know if it's enough. No help for that 97 right now. Just not enough to get that spot. It looks like he's back side by side with that 21 once again. The 77 there, Hernandez, pops out to the outside momentarily, dropping back down to that inside lane. The 97 filling that 3rd place spot that had a little bit of a gap there. Wow, oh wow, they are battling it out up front right now. Little more side by side. We got teammates side by side. Looks like Trent Green, Sean Hamilton right now. They are battling back here for the 10th spot. Actually, no, unfortunately, that 61, I believe, a lap down, showing him scored back in 20th. Not quite sure what happened to that Sean Hamilton 61 machine. But take a look at this. Let's ride on board our race leader right now, Cade Cannon. And look at that, some lap traffic coming into play right now. I believe that's that 12. No, that's that 87. Joseph, no, it's not. Excuse me, that is the 16 there of Elijah Fisher. Letting the field by. He stays up high. All these cars on the lead lap right now. Staying down there on that bottom side. Looking like we're single file now. Let's take a look. Where's the closest battles for position out there on the racetrack? Wilson and Tigner right now. One of the... Oh, no! Williams goes around the one of Hayden Williams. Caution flag flies once again. Boy, oh boy, we're just jump back to that situation there. Let's take a look here. That one of Hayden Williams goes around. What happened here? The 3 of Boyle down to that bottom. Oh, he makes some contact there with the 1 of Williams. He goes around. Maxwell Tigner, nowhere to go there in that 26. He gets involved. It looks like Sean Hamilton getting a little piece of that as well. Elijah Fisher maybe collected a little bit there in that one as well. Oh, no. Take a look. What happened to that Tigner number 26 machine? Hard into that one. That right front. Definitely hard damage to 61. Not sure if he kept it off of him. No! Ouch. Hard into the wall that second time. Didn't see that there. Wow. Fortunately, it looks like everybody else staying out of it, but Tigner there and Williams, maybe along with Hamilton, getting a little piece there in that 61. But let's take one more look back at that one more time. That one there of Williams, the 3 of Payne Boyle diving down to that inside. Somebody up in the wall there. I think that was Wesley Altman up ahead, but yellow flag flies. Oh boy, that right front for Hayden Williams definitely not looking good. But caution flag number 3 here is out. Those cars made their way down to pit road there. But all right, caution flag number 3 out here. We're going to go ahead, jump side by side. Let me get some of that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea. Big shout out, Inspired Racing League. Here, Mondays with the Inspired Cup Series. Wednesdays, the Platinum Truck Series. And Saturdays, the Heat Series. Make sure you catch it all. 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST there. Along with all of our broadcasts. Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League there on Tuesdays. Rogue Racing League there on Sundays. Not going to want to miss it. A week full of racing here on Push Edge Productions. But stick around, some more green flag action from Echo Park Speedway here with the Inspired Cup Series. We will be right back. Back out here at the Echo Park Speedway once again. The field back double file. Let's take a look at that top 10. They get ready to go back green. Cade Cannon still out in front. Ty Wilson, Peyton Boyle, Jeff Peppers, Ty Stone, Crispy Lou, Thomas Hernandez, Travis Farmer, Joseph Maddox, Trent Green. Going to be those top 10 drivers. Leading us back to the green flag here. Let's take a look. What about our top 20 here? Hernandez, Henderson, Hauser, Greenlee, Altman, Carter, Hadaway, Fisher, Williams, Tigner, and Hamilton, your top 20. Rounding out that field there. Pace car lights are out. We're going back green flag racing. That pace car dives down there into pit lane, entering into that Echo Park restart zone. And once again, green flag back out for the Inspired Cup Series here at the Echo Park Speedway. Race number 17 here of season number 3. Little bit of single file there up in the front. We're still double file back here about 5th on. Maddox down there to the bottom. Stone up to that high side. Farmer down on the bottom side by side with Crispy Lou there as well. We're still side by side for quite a bit of this field. Take a look, our closest battles right now, kind of bouncing around. Peppers and Boyle out in front. They are battling for that race lead side by side right now. Go ahead, jump up to that drone cam a little bit. The battle is on out in front. I'm going to tell you what. That intensity is cranked up here tonight at the Echo Park Speedway so far. Cannon out there on the outside trying to get past Boyle. The inside lane just a little bit better organized. Cannon out into the wall. Oh no. Excuse me, dropped my water there. Whoops. 42 laps complete here so far. Down that back straightaway they go. What a battle. Single file here all the way back to that 9th spot. So almost that top 10. All single file now. The battle on right now. Altman getting by that number 12 there. Up to the 9th spot. Stone back to 10th. Go ahead, do a little bit of top 10 rundown here real quick. That 21, Jeffrey Peppers. There, that Mountain Dew Code Red machine. He is currently our race leader right now. Just behind, though, that Wrangler number 3 there, Peyton Boyle. Sitting up in 2nd spot. Thomas Hernandez in that 77. That first Ford out here tonight. Couple of bow ties up in the point right now. The 19 here, Crispy Lou up in the top 5 as well. That Bucky's sponsored machine here tonight. Ty Wilson, that Sport Clips number 55. Down there on the bottom. Side by side right now with that number 9 there, Cade Cannon. He's battling for a top 5 spot right now. Cannon with the edge there, that Red's Apple machine. Little farther back, Travis Farmer. Back in 7th, the Monster Energy number 13. And then side by side, Wesley Altman in that 97 Pushed Edge Productions, Pushed Edge Sim Sports machine up through the middle, looking to go 3 wide there for a moment. Little red, white, and blue patriotic. Oh no! Wilson there into Altman. Altman up in the wall. Boy, oh boy, that got hairy real quick. And then Ty Stone up into that top 10 now. The 12 up to 9th. And then rounding out that top 10, Joseph Maddox right now, that 87, a couple of Fords there. We also had that Toyota up there as well. Little round down of our top 10. But look at that. That Trent Green number 07, Pushhead Sim Sports, Hot Rod. He has worked himself up to that 10th spot past that 87 Real Tree of Joseph Maddox. Great look at our top 10 there. Where's our championship top 5 coming into this thing? Hauser back in 13th. Fisher back in 17th. Henderson, excuse me. Hernandez and Henderson. It's really screwing me up tonight. Back in 11th. There in that 17. And Boyle, that only driver in the top 5, having a good night. Up in the top 5. Up on podium contention. Up in 3rd. Up to 2nd there for the 3 machinists. He battles up front, side by side, for that race lead right now. And unfortunately there, Daniel Lehman, the number 10, not making it here to the Atlanta area here in Echo Park Speedway. Down there into turn number 3. What a race we got going on here so far. Still a little bit side by side now. Hernandez and Wilson, that 55 and the 77. A couple of double numbers. Oh! Wilson up in that wall there, entering turn number 1. Little before that entry of turn 1. That Sport Clips machine definitely finding that outside wall there a little bit. But the battle is on here, about for the 5th spot. Wesley Altman side by side now with that 9 there, Cade Cannon. Altman up to 4th. As we cross just past that 50 lap mark, 51 here. Make sure you get over into that Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Get that vote in for who you think's going to finish P3 here tonight. Hope you guys all having a great Monday night here. This battle really strong out front. Look at that. Altman up to that outside. Now pushing that 19 there, Crispy Lou. Trying to get that outside lane back rolling. But definitely go ahead, get those votes in here for that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Your guess for P3 over in the Inspired Racing League YouTube. Get your pick in over there, of course. Over here on the Push Edge Productions TikTok and on our YouTube. We are not taking guesses, so make sure you get over there to the Inspired Racing League YouTube to get that guess in here for the giveaway tonight. Your chance to win $5 cash. And if somebody guesses correctly tonight, that driver going to win $5 iRacing credits as well. Still the battle going on. This top 5 still battling it out hard. Crispy Lou out in front that last lap. Pushed there by Wesley Altman out there on the outside. That 19 and the 97. Trying to make it work out there. Oh, Crispy Lou down to the bottom. Altman with no help up there on that top side. Can he get some help? Contact there with Peppers in the 21. Up the racetrack, that 97 goes. Makes some contact there with that outside wall. Pushes them back there to about 8th spot. Now back single file up in front. Let's see, where's our closest battles right now? Green right now. Fighting it out here side by side with Ty Stone. This is a battle for that 11th spot. Kind of at the end of this main front group right now. A lot of good cars taken out. I don't see how many cars still out there on the racetrack, but I think about 16 or 17 cars still out there tonight. I do believe, nope, 14 right now. Nope, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, 19 cars out here tonight, excuse me. Take a look from that blip up high and above the field down that back straightaway. Off there into turn 3 across that front straightaway. Great look up from above. Out in front though, Crispy Lou still holding on to that race lead. Peppers now, that 21 machine, dive into that outside trying to get something rolling out there. Quite a bit of battles happening back here. See that Ty Wilson machine going side by side with that 13 of Farmer to the outside. That 55 Sport Clips machine goes. Not much help, unfortunately, there. Dives back down to that bottom side, trying to stay in that draft. Talking about just how important it is here tonight. One of those super speedway acting racetracks, even though it's a mile and a half, that progressive banking makes this racetrack really race like a super speedway. Back here in about the 8th spot, riding along board with that Ty Wilson number 55. Started back in 15th, currently up to 8th. That's a good 7-spot gain here on the night so far. Taking a look, let's see our biggest mover though, just up ahead a little bit. That Travis Farmer number 13 machine. That Monster Energy machine currently moving up the field in a big way. Then we got to jump up to that Peppers number 21. Out there on that outside, trying to still keep that outside lane rolling right now. Started back in 14th, up to 4th. He's up 10 spots. That race leader out in front, Crispy Lou in the 19, up 8 positions. Back in 3rd in our top 5 biggest movers right now. Little farther back the racetrack, back here to 12th. That 07 machine there, Trent Green. That Pushhead Sim Sports, Pushheads Productions machine. Up here in the top 5 of the biggest movers right now. And then that last driver moving up that racetrack, we just talked about him a little bit ago. That Sport Clips, number 55 there, Ty Wilson. Doing pretty good right now. Started back in 15th, up to 9th. So a good run for that machine right now. But out front, Crispy Lou, that Bucky's number 19 leading the field. That number 3, Peyton Boyle, being pretty patient right now, just pushing this 19. Trying to keep his spot there on that bottom side. Nobody has been able to make that outside lane work as well as that 97, and he is not up here, but look at that. Who was that? I think that was Ty Wilson. It was that Ty Wilson number 55. A big moment out in the wall there. We're going to back that up real quick. What happened there? Looks like, oh, a little bit of contact there with Mike Hauser and the 43. We stay green flag, but that 55 out there in the wall, he has lost that draft there as well. Definitely not what he wanted to see there. Coming up, lap number 65. Let's take a look at our race recap. 65 of our scheduled 180 laps tonight. We got till lap 120 to get those votes in here for the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. So you got about halfway on the giveaway pick. Crispy Lou, Luis Descartes out in front, leading the way in that 19 machine. 3 caution flags here so far. Little spread out. We've had some good green flag runs. Some green flag pit stops I see in the near future. 9 green flag lead changes. And 9 laps under those 3 cautions. So a little look here at our race recap. And a little bit of that race, better look at how those cautions fall there with that race tracker there in the race recap. But out here at Atlanta, here at the Echo Park Speedway, another lap led there for that 19 there, Crispy Lou. Side by side back there, the 9 down to the bottom. That's Cade Cannon. He's going down to pit road, I believe. Yes, he is. That 9 taking that car down to pit road. Got to dive down there to pit road on that back straightaway. Green flag pit stops have begun. Cade Cannon going to be that first taker there. Started on that outside front row. See what happens there for that number 9 machine. First driver to elect to come down to pit road here under green flag conditions. I don't expect these other drivers to follow suit very shortly after. I definitely expect some of these drivers to start ducking down there, trying to get some work done to those race cars. Some big gaps really starting to form as well. Taking a look, a big gap here to that third group. I believe they came down pit road as well. No, they did not. I am mistaken there. Single file for the majority. Jeff Peppers in that 21 still hanging out on that outside lane. He's trying to get something rolling all by himself. Been able to stay with this front group. Side draft enough to keep his speed up here in the top 5. Building a little run there off of turn 2. With no help, I'm really surprised he's able to keep up with these guys. 182, 183 as a high there going down into turn 3. See, he builds a little bit of speed there off of 4. He's kind of stuck there to that outside lane, not able to dive down there to that inside lane and take the short way around. Side by side right now with that 77, Thomas Hernandez. Getting a little bit of help now. Ty Stone in the 12. Jumping to that outside. Looking like the Farmer number 13 Monster Energy machine as well. Thinking about it. They single file back out there once again. Really racing hard up front here right now. Big shout out to everybody sticking around, hanging out. Field a little bit single file. There's still some action all over the racetrack, though. I'll tell you what. Take a look at that race brewing there. Hernandez and Stone. Kind of the closest battles all up front here. This group up front right now. $75 laps complete so far. Let's take a look. Who's the fastest 5 for 5? right now. Over the last 5-lap average, looks like Mike Hauser there in the 43 machine, able to hold the best average over the last 5 laps. Trent Green up in that boat there too, up in 11th. Maddox, that we see that pack starting to gain. It looks like that second group really starting to make headway. Stone, a big wiggle there in front of the 13 there. Farmer dives down there to the bottom. Stone, a great save there in that number 12. Wow, oh wow. That sure was interesting there. Let's see who's got the fastest lap here so far tonight. That Pushhead Sim Sports, Trent Green, number 07, with the quick time here tonight. That 29.44, Justin Greenlee, Wesley Altman, Ty Wilson, Jeff Peppers round out those top 5 fastest laps here tonight. So far, that is. And look at that. That second group has fully caught up there with that lead pack now. They are definitely battling back for position once again. Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. Side by side, the outside lane starting to gain some cars now. Excuse me. See a few groups really starting to form. Some lap traffic for these race leaders going to start coming into play as well. Through that front straightaway, lap number 79.80. Next time by, we see Stone out there helping Peppers now. Can Farmer close that gap a little bit? Really start getting that outside lane moving. I see him starting to make up some ground. That draft definitely starting to help. He's going to help that 12 stay stuck up to that 21. And look at that Peppers. A great run off of 4. He's going to lead that lap here. Lap number 80 right now. Once again, let's take a look at that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway here tonight. If you have not already, make sure you hop over to the Inspired Racing League YouTube. Go ahead, get your pick in for your pick to finish P3 here tonight at the conclusion of tonight's race. Oh, somebody up in the wall there in the background. I think that was that 70 there, Justin Greenlee, if I'm not mistaken, there in that back of our peripheral view. But make sure you get that pick in here before lap 120. If you correctly guess that P3 finisher, you're going to get $5 cash, and that driver going to get $5 in iRacing credits. Oh, Crispy Lou goes around hard in the wall for that 19. No yellow. He stays moving forward. Wow, oh wow. No yellow flag for that. Ouch. That one hurt. Boy, oh boy. Take a look at that one. Peyton Boyle here side by side with that Crispy Lou 19 right now. Go ahead, play it full speed. A little bit of contact, maybe from some net lag. But boy, that put that 19 right in that wall. Oh, we do go yellow. A little bit of a delayed yellow. I didn't see that one get flown. Yellow flag is out, our 4th caution flag. Just kind of looked at that one. Let's take a look back at it. Gonna, of course, come out a little late here. Let's... Yeah, a little bit of contact via net lag, sending that 19 up the racetrack. Looks like everybody, luckily, staying out of it for the most part, but does bring out that caution flag, I guess. The caution flag flies. We are back under a yellow flag here for the 4th time. Field going to make their way down pit road here. While we got the chance, let's go ahead and jump side by side. Some more Milo's Extra Sweet Tea down the hatch. Greg Thielsen up here, Push Edge Productions, the Inspired Racing League, Inspired Cup Series here, Season 3, Race 17, from the Echo Park Speedway. Field making their way down to pit lane for some pit stops. Let those crews get to work. We will be right back with some green flag action. Stick around. And we are back here once again. See quite a few cars down there sitting on pit lane, unfortunately. A lot of great cars taken out here tonight. A lot of good ones. Field still here under pacing. Little more service to some of those race cars. Stick around, some green flag action coming at you. We got a packed week of racing here on Push Edge Productions as well. Tomorrow here, Tuesday, the Hot Field Racing Short Track League. Double header, twin 75s. There's some ARCA cars. That's going to be fun at Richmond. Wednesday, the Platinum Truck Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Heads to IRP with some trucks. Friday, come race with me. I'm going to be doing some racing there at the Midwest Racing Fun League. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. The only time difference for the week there, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. CST. The rest of the week, all the broadcasted races, 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST, just at the time we started here tonight. And then Saturday, the Heat Series here with the Inspired Racing League. IRP with the ARCA cars. So we got some IRP going on for the rest of the week, I'll tell you what. Sunday, the Rogue Racing League heads to Coronado with their truck series. They're heading season 5. That's going to be a fun one. Race number 6 for them here this season. And then Monday, next week here with the Cup Series. We're heading to Darlington. That's going to be a whole load of fun as well. Not going to want to miss it. But that field off a turn for the pace truck. Down pit lane there. We are back. Green flag racing here in Hotlanta. Side by side. A lot of those drivers electing to dive down to that bottom. Trying to stay single file. Stay connected. A little bit better organized down there on the bottom. That outside, every time they get together, they just keep falling apart there, unfortunately. Peppers, that 21 car, he has been on that outside almost all night. A big proponent of that outside lane. He's had the speed. He's been up front all night, so he's had some help here and there, but he's been doing it all by himself up there as well. Don't count him out here tonight. He gets some help. Keep an eye out there on that 21 machine because he has been working that outside lane here tonight. Peyton Boyle in the 3. That Wrangler machine diving out there to that outside lane. New race leader this lap. Yes, it is. Peyton Boyle, I believe, getting that lap led. Let's see. Let's take a look at our lap leaders here. Boyle with 2 laps led. Hernandez there with 4. I'm not sure that he got counted that lap, but Peppers up there, Crispy Lou, but Cade Cannon the most laps led so far, 34 laps led. And now look at that outside lane. They have gotten organized. Can they make something happen up there? That's going to be the question right now that I got. Let's go ahead. While we got some green flag action again, let's hear the sights and the sounds here of the Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Big thank you guys. A little bit of a cranking up the sights and the sounds here of the Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series. Laps are ticking away. I'll tell you what. They are back side by side again. Lap 92 here of our 180. Got a little less than 100 laps left to go. It's looking like it's going to be a long night. I'll tell you what. I think it's already been about an hour. Just about halfway. Definitely going to be a two and a half hour deal tonight for sure. Hoping we can get another green flag run. We're on a little bit of a start of a good green flag run. We got one really good one. Green flag pit stops even taking place there on that one. 93 laps complete. Jeffrey Peppers, that 21 machine, up 13 spots right now. Impressively enough, out in front of the field. 4 caution flags for 12 laps. 14 green flag. Lead changes. With that 21 machine leading the way. He's using that outside lane to his advantage for a lot of tonight. I'll tell you what. Little bit of a top 10 rundown. We got Peyton Boyle, that Wrangler machine. Not too far behind that Code Red Monster, or Mountain Dew. Excuse me, number 21 there of Peppers. And look at that, Cade Cannon, the 9. The Red's Apple down to the bottom side. He's looking for that race lead there as well. Jumping a little farther back, we got Joseph Maddox up here in the top 5. He's up in 4th right now. That blue carbon fiber real tree machine, that's looking pretty good there, buddy. I love it. Love me some carbon fiber. Back there, rounding out our top 5, that 13, the Monster Energy machine there of Travis Farmer. Thomas Hernandez, that Pepsi number 77. Side by side here with Ty Stone up there in that 12. I think that says OS Lime and Minerals. Not 100% sure, but maybe QS, US Lime and Minerals. Okay. Taking a little farther look back here through our top 10. William Carter, that 83 Rockstar Energy, that Pure Zero machine, up there in the top 10, up to 8th spot right now. Side by side with Ty Stone with that 12, but just behind that Push Edge Productions, Push Edge Sim Sports 07 there, Trent Green. Good job up in the top 10, up in 9th right now. And then rounding out our top 10 rundown, back in that 10th spot right now, the Josh Henderson Tractor Supply Company, number 17. Traveler up there on that Ford Mustang hood there as well. But a little bit of a top 10 rundown for you guys. Coming to lap number 100. 80 laps left to go. And only 20 left here in the giveaway tonight. The Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. If you have not entered yet, head over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Go ahead and pick a driver who you think is going to finish P3 here tonight at the conclusion of tonight's race. Only one driver, or one pick per driver, no duplicates. So once a driver has been picked, he can no longer be picked again. So just ask out there in the chat. They'll let you know if that driver's been picked. They're keeping track out there in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. So if you're over here in the Push Edge Productions YouTube, or you're on the Push Edge Productions TikTok, go ahead, open YouTube, and head over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube for your chance for $5 cash here tonight. And then if somebody correctly guesses that driver there in P3, that driver also gonna win $5 iRacing credits. So a fun giveaway here, sponsored by Inspired Marketing LLC. Big shout out there to them. Big shout out Matt Performance Paints as well. Big sponsors here of the Inspired Racing League. They're racing it out up front. Back single file once again for the majority. Where's our best battles right now? Boyle and Cannon looks like for position. Up there for second right now. Stone and Farmer, we got them in the view as well. Hernandez and Cannon there. Look at that. That battle is side by side right now. Excuse me, that was Hernandez and Carter. Hernandez able to take that spot up to 7th. But yeah, majority of the field right now, single file at the moment. As I say it, they go back double file up front. Tell you what, Peppers in that 21, he is not content down there on that bottom side. He really liking that outside lane here tonight. Oh, a little contact there. Joseph Maddox, the 87 there, that Realtree machine. Little contact there with that wall off of turn 4. And then Peppers there off of 2, out in front of that outside lane. He made some contact there with that outside wall. Side by side still here. Lap 105. We are ticking down. 15 laps left here on the giveaway. Take a look. Where's no championship top 5 here tonight? Right now. Hauser back in 12th. Fisher back in 15th. Henderson back in 10th. And Boyle, the only driver up in the top 5 in the championship top 5. That 3 machine up in 3rd right now. That Wrangler. Blue and yellow. Chevrolet Camaro out there. That bow tie. Fortunately, Daniel Lehman, that 10 machine, not able to make it here tonight. Let's take a look back. How's that weather faring? That track has definitely cooled down. It was in the upper 70s a little bit earlier. That air temp down to 68. Track temp down to 73. I believe that was up in the low 80s earlier. So track temp a little bit lower. That light artificial now. No longer the sun out. It is nighttime out here. 14-mile-an-hour wind to the southwest. Little windy here. Still a little overcast as well. So I expect the temperature to drop a little bit more here at the Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta, Georgia. The 1.5 miles, 772 feet of elevation. 45-mile-an-hour pit speed road limit here under green flag conditions. See if those drivers going to have to deal with that tonight. We see a lot of cars out for the night, and that is why fixed setups here for these drivers and 0 fast repairs. So if you're involved in one of those big ones here tonight, you are not able to get a fast repair and get back out there on the racetrack, that team and your crew got to get to work. 100% fuel load in these Gen 6 Cup cars, what we're using here for season number 3. I heard rumor in the rumor mill, we're going O'Reilly for Cup Series in season 4. So looking forward to that one. O'Reilly, one of my favorite cars. Can't wait for season 4 here of the Cup Series. About to lap 110. We got 10 laps to go here in the Inspired Marketing giveaway. Make sure you get in here on the action. Your chance for $5 in cash. Make sure you're in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. And pick your choice for P3. Keep picking if they tell you he's picked, because one pick per driver. So you may have to guess a few times till a driver is available. But go get those votes in. That timer ticking away. 10 laps to go to get that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway choice in here tonight. Want to stop and say a big shout out to all the fans out there watching here tonight. Big shout out to all you. I appreciate you stopping by here on your Monday night, checking out the Inspired Racing League here and the Inspired Cup Series live here on the Push Edge Productions. Live here over on our YouTube, our TikTok, also on the League YouTube as well. That's where you got to go get in on the giveaway. But Greg Tilson up in the booth, bringing you all the action here with the Inspired Racing League. Monday here with the Cup Series. Wednesday, Platinum Truck Series. And Saturday, the Heat Series, kicking off the ARCA Series here, Season 1. Race number 2 next week, Daytona, was a blast. Axel Benoit able to capture that win there over there. Taking win number 2 for Pushhead Sim Sports. Super stoked about that. 2 super speedway wins. Wesley Altman, that 97 over there in Platinum Trucks. Able to get it done at Talladega for our first win. But, battle still raging out in front, though. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead, do another top 10 rundown. Out in front, though, leading the way right now, Cade Cannon, that number 9. Just behind him, down there on that inside, the 12 there, Ty Stone as well. Jeff Peppers out there on the outside. He's trying to find his way forward. Been on that outside all night as well. Peyton Boyle, that number 3 Wrangler machine. Been up front for the majority of tonight as well. Up there in the top 5, up in 4th. Rounding out that top 5, Travis Farmer, that 13 Monster Energy machine. And then to his outside, Joseph Maddox, that Realtree Monster, or Realtree Ford Mustang, excuse me. Trying to work his way up that outside lane. If they can stay together and stay organized, definitely going to be a threat. We see that 77 there, Thomas Hernandez down to the bottom. He's trying to work himself up to that top 5 right now. And then William Carter, the 83 machine, up here in the mix as well here tonight. That Rockstar Energy hot rod. Little damage there on that right side, it looks like, but still driving pretty good. Up back here in 9th, Josh Henderson. Oh no, Joseph Maddox up into that wall for a brief moment there. But that 17-year Josh Henderson, that Tractor Supply Company machine, just inside that top 10. Rounding out the top 10, that Sim Speed Shop, Justin Greenlee. Just inside that top 10 there. Mike Hauser, that 43, just behind him. Trent Green, the 07, working with his teammate a few laps down there. In that 61 there, Sean Hamilton. And then I think rounding out the drivers here on the lead lap, I think Crispy Lou, that 19. The last driver here on the lead lap. Rundown of your lap leaders here. All the way back, 13 cars on the lead lap. Laps are ticking away. We're lap 117, 3 laps to go left here in the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Make sure you get those votes in. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave that up here until we reach that mark. So make sure P3 is who you are choosing, and you got to get it chosen over there in the Inspired Racing League YouTube. No duplicates. Go ahead. Get picking now, because if you don't get somebody picked, we want to get that pick in there before that lap 120 cutoff. And across the line, we're going lap 119. 2 more laps to go. Hope you guys all having a great Monday night, though. The Inspired Cup Series. Definitely putting on a show here at the Echo Park Speedway. Still side by side, those top 6, 3 abreast, side by side, then 5th and 6th here. Working it out, single file. Trying to stay in the mix right now. And look at that, lap 120. White flag on the giveaway. White flag on that giveaway. Last lap. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. That timer about to come to a close here for the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC. Thank you for everything that you guys do here for the Inspired Racing League. And that is it. It has come to a close. Votes are done. Hope you got your vote in. Got the pick for your driver that you wanted. Boy, oh boy, that's one sweet paint job there. That 83 there of William Carter. I'll tell you what, just inside that top 10, up in 7th right now. Oh, Crispy Lou with some problems. Up there on that outside, falling back there. Unfortunately, it looks like he's back in 13th. He just went a lap down by the looks of it. So now, 12 cars on the lead lap. Trent Green going to be that last car fighting to stay on the lead lap right now. He's not looking too bad, though. He's kind of at the back of this pack, so not in too much of a worry. But look at that. Crispy Lou. He is in the middle. No! Yellow flag comes out. Jeff Peppers looks to be involved there in that one, the 21. Let's take a look what happened. The 5th caution here tonight. Oh, Cade Cannon. Some contact there with the 21 of Peppers. Caution flag will fly. Cannon down there through the grass. He goes for a ride. Peppers sliding across that start-finish line. Great job keeping it out of that wall and keeping it off of everybody. That is a great job there by him. Let's see, what is this view going to look like here from the starter cam? Might get a pretty good look here at that. Little unique view. Great look. It looked like he was heading right up that racetrack on the brakes. Able to get that thing straightened back out. Yellow flag flies there relatively quickly. Let's take one more look back here at this one. We're going to back it up a little bit because we want to see what happened as we are coming to this. Green full speed. Oh, he gets in the wall, and then the 9 makes some contact there. Watch that 9 of Cade Cannon drive through that grass here as well one time. Where is that 9? Right here. Let's go ahead. Watch from that view. One more look at it here. Down through the grass. A little bit of hop, skip, and jump for that Cade Cannon number 9 through that grass. Elected to take it down there to pit road. Did he get a pit road speeding penalty? Not sure there, but I think he kept it off of pit road well enough. But yellow flag number 5 out here tonight. Let's go ahead. I need some of that Milo's extra sweet tea. We're going to break to commercials. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Echo Park Speedway. We got one to go. The field back double file. Let's take a look at that top 10. We get ready to go back. Green flag off of turn number 2. Down that back straightaway the field goes. Peyton Boyle. Travis Farmer going to lead us to the green flag. I think Boyle going to be out in front out there on that top side. Hernandez, Peppers, Cannon going to be our top 5. Stone, Maddox, Green, Henderson, and Hauser rounding out our top 10. Let's take a look at that top 20 looking like. Greenlee, Hadaway, Carter, Fisher, Crispy Lou, John Hamilton, Joe White, Ty Wilson, Wesley Altman, Hayden Williams. Few of those cars down there at the bottom of that list. Fortunately, I believe out for the night. Quite a few cars still left out on the racetrack, but definitely a few of those race cars no longer with us out here tonight. With those lights out on the pace truck, he's going to dive down here into the pit lane. We're good and ready to go back. Green flag racing. Boyle and Farmer to lead the field to the green flag. And we are back racing here at Echo Park, the Inspired Cup Series. Back green flag once again. Lap 126 here of our scheduled 180. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. See that 13 of Farmer able to pull away out front. Peppers down on that bottom side. It looked like Boyle not able to get a good jump there on that restart. He blends down in front of that 07 there of Trent Green. Still working back to that outside, the 21 of Peppers. With some help from the 77, it looked like Boyle was going to go with that outside lane as well and thought differently. Changed his mind there. Dive back down to the bottom. I think that looked like might have been the better move right now. Peppers kind of getting left hung out to dry out there on the outside. He is slipping back all the way back there to 6th right now. He was just out in front of this thing. Side by side up here. Look at that. Boyle in the 3 up battling for that second spot there with Ty Stone. He elects to go to that high side and try to make something happen. We see a couple of teammates. Those 4, 12, and 13 down at the bottom leading that inside lane. Those Mad Falcon Motorsports cars. Travis Farmer there in the 13. Leading his teammate there, Ty Stone. That's definitely going to be helpful there for them. Coming at 30 laps to go, 130 next time by. I expect the intensity to start rising quite a bit. Down that back straightaway they go. Side by side. Boyle's got some help from the 21 of Peppers back there down that back straightaway. Don't know if it's going to be a help enough. It's still not too late. And I just realized I cannot math. That's 50 laps left, not 30 laps. It's not 160, it is 180. So we got 50 laps left to go around the Echo Park Speedway. Plenty of time left to get this done. Just focusing and conserving. Trying to get that car to the end of this race. It's going to be one of those main concerns. Not trying to make too big of a move here. But look at that. They ditched that 12 there of Ty Stone. That teammate there, Travis Farmer, picking him back up there. Keeping him up in third. He drops back to fourth. Although I think he was already in fourth. But Stone losing control of that race lead. Boyle now to the point. That number 3 Wrangler. Dale Earnhardt throwback there. They're hungry though. That 12, looking at that outside. The 21 has also really been using that outside lane. So maybe. Yeah, it's okay. Math can math off, okay? No. 134 as we cross that stripe. Boyle out ahead. Let's take a look back. Who's our lap leaders now? A lot of that's been changing up around. 44 laps for that K Cannon number 9 out in front. He's up in the top 5, still in contention. Peppers, that 21, he's up in second with 35 laps led out in front. He's up in second in series contention as well. Crispy Lou back in 14th. Fortunately, not in contention for the win here, but a lot of laps led. 26 out in front there for him. Farmer in the 13, he led 12 laps. Boyle, that driver, out ahead of the field right now, that number 3. 11 laps led out here tonight. Hernandez with 5. Altman and Stone both with 1 apiece as well. And then taking a look, who's our biggest movers? Farmer up 17. Green up 14. Peppers, he's up 9. Maddox up 7 and Greenlee up 6. So these drivers all having a great night here. Still not over. Plenty of laps left to go, but so far to get to this point, these drivers all having a good one. And who's got the fastest lap? Looks like Trent Green still got that fastest lap with a 29.44. Greenlee, Altman, Maddox, Cannon, I think, for the most part, that all still pretty relevant. That was the same as the last time. Well, let's take a look. These last 5 for 5 lap average. Hernandez up on top of that one. Cannon, Maddox, Greenlee, and Hauser over the last 5 lap average. Those are your fastest 5 drivers. Back in 11th and 10, Maddox and Greenlee pretty quick back there. And all those other drivers kind of up in the front there, kind of mixing up, shaking it up a bit. Side by side still out in front. They are getting the most out of it here tonight, I'll tell you what. Peppers side by side there with that 13 of Farmer. But that does not last long by the looks of it. Look at that gap back to that second group. Really starting to grow there. Some lap traffic up ahead as well. Those leaders going to have to start worrying about that. Take a look just how far that gap is. Quite a few drivers back in that second group there as well. Lap 140, 40 laps left here. They're starting to tick away though. Take a look at our race recap. 140 of that scheduled, 180. Another green flag run upon us once again. Only 14 laps under caution for our 140 that we've completed here so far. Take a look at that lead changes though. 25 green flag lead changes. That is just incredible. A lot of drivers able to find their way out to that front lead position as that 77. Hernandez up in front right now. Great look at that race tracker there at the bottom of the race recap as well. Giving a good look at how much we got left and how much we've been through. We're a good chunk of the way through this race here tonight. And not that many cautions, kind of spread out. Drivers really doing an absolutely phenomenal job here tonight. Quite a few good cars have been taken out, I will say, but the drivers out here on the racetrack right now all doing a really good job working together, trying to make it to the end right now. Big shout out to all the fans out in the chat. Thank you so much. Whether you're in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube, you're on the Push Edge Productions YouTube, or you're on the Push Edge Productions TikTok, much appreciated you guys being here with us tonight. I really thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us. It is much appreciated. Emma out there, Cody Jacobs, Matt Sidars, Jason Williams, Neckerbecky, Scott out there as well, Cody Jacobs, Teresa out there as well, the Inspired iRacing League out there chatting it up. I just appreciate you all for coming out. Tigner Motorsports making an appearance as well. Two Flash TTV stopping by a little bit earlier as well. Caston Carson's stopping by a little bit earlier. Big shout out all you guys. Much appreciated. All you drivers, all you fans. I couldn't thank you enough. Matthew Scott stopping by as well. I saw him over on our YouTube as well as the Inspired Racing League YouTube. But thank you to all you guys. Really make it happen here. Shout out all the leagues that make it happen as well. The Inspired Racing League, Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League, and of course the Rogue Racing League. Thank you to all the leagues that make it happen here. And again, we're going to be live now Friday all the way to Wednesday every week. Friday, My Racing. Saturday, the Heat Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Sunday, going to be the Rogue Racing League. Monday, back here with Inspired for the Cup Series. Tuesday, the Hot Fuel Racing League. Going to be taking on some short track racing. And then Wednesday, we cap off the week there. Platinum Truck Series. Thursday, might get packed too. We might be going to... Oh no! A caution flag! What has happened? Bobby Hadaway goes around. Caution flag is out. Let's take a look at that one. Oh no. That 52 there, that Bigfoot Enterprise. Bobby Hadaway comes around. Oh no, off the nose there of Sean Hamilton, that Pushhead Sim Sports hot rod, getting into that 52, it looked like. That 52 comes around. Luckily, it looks like no damage, though. That is definitely going to be a big net positive there for him. Take a look from a different angle. Go ahead, go full speed. Yeah. 61 going underneath the 52. Unfortunately, the 52 goes around. Watch one more time, one more angle here. Little zoomed in. Yeah, it looks like he might have just come down across the nose there, that 61. Looked like that 61 held that line. 52 coming across his nose. Fortunate there. Caution flag number 6 coming out here tonight. I think Hadaway might be at fault for that one, huh? Don't know the race control call, but looked like came across the nose there, that 61. Because that 61, from my viewpoint there, holding that white line after he made his move. So, curious to see, though, what that call will be. But stick around, some more green flag action from the Echo Park Speedway, the Inspired Racing League Inspire Cup Series. We're a good chunk of the way through. About 150 of our 180 complete. 30 laps left here to go. Stick around. We will be right back. And we are back here at the Echo Park Speedway once again. The field getting ready to get back. Double file. Let's take a look at our top 10 as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing here. Jeff Peppers, Ty Stone, Josh Henderson, Mike Hauser, and Joseph Maddox going to be rolling off in our top 5. Justin Greenlee, William Carter, Thomas Hernandez, Peyton Boyle, and Travis Farmer going to be rounding out that top 10. Let's take a look there through that top 20. Some of these drivers there at the bottom going to be out for the night, unfortunately. But Cade Cannon, Trent Green, Crispy Lou, Bobby Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, Sean Hamilton, Joe White, Ty Wilson, Wesley Ottman, Hayden Williams. A few of those drivers out. I believe 16 drivers out there still on the racetrack. So Hamilton going to be that last driver out there still running right now. I believe. Don't quote me, but I do believe. Not 100%, but I do think so. According to my calculations. With those lights out on the pace truck, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. The field through turns 3 and 4 here. Not many laps left. The intensity has been pretty high tonight. I would expect for that intensity to be bumped up at least another notch. So I'm expecting these drivers really to start putting it on here and really laying into it. That Echo Park restart zone here. Green flag once again back out in the air here for the Inspired Cup Series. Peppers with another great jump down there on the bottom. Stone able to dive down there to the bottom and secure that inside lane there. We're still side by side back here, about 4th on. Henderson was able to capture that 3rd spot, but behind him it is mayhem side by side. They are fighting for every inch right now. Almost 3 wide there. No, a lot of cars on that outside lane up there in the wall. Hauser, Henderson, it looked like. Oh, 3 wide. Greenlee, a little contact there with Farmer. Back here in the back. Boyle through the middle. Greenlee out there on the outside. Wow, oh wow, this is getting hectic. I called it. That intensity, what I tell you, it has been raised up a bar. I kind of felt it there in the air. 29 laps left to go, and a lot of these drivers going to be fighting for every last shot. This is your shot to make it in the chase for a lot of those drivers. See a few of those drivers making contact. Look like that 07 there, Trent Green, that teal and pink car, making some contact with that outside wall there. Now he's back down to the bottom. Taking a look, all these drivers out in front, jumping over to Justin Greenlee, that 70 machine. Just how intense those battles up ahead are right now. Fighting for every inch. You saw that 9. Cade Cannon, he thought that 83 was going to give him the bottom, and then he went and protected it there. He was looking. You see a spot like that open up, you just got to take it sometimes. Fortunately, will lead to a caution here. Place like Echo Park. Looks like Crispy Lou back on the lead lap there, back in 14th. So that's good to see, adding a few more cars back there on the lead lap. One of the advantages of not many cautions here tonight. Of course, we've only had those 6 So a few of those drivers losing laps, not able to get those laps back like they would like to. Well, let's check back out in front. Look at that. The 17 there, Josh Henderson, leading the way. Got Thomas Hernandez, that 77. He dives out to that outside lane. He wants the race lead there. Little farther back there, Bobby Hadaway, not far behind in that 52. We got the Mike Hauser 43 machine up here battling it out. That 16, he's a few laps down there. Elijah Fisher back in 15th. So he is not for position. Got Maddox out there on the high side. Travis Farmer up here in the top 10 as well. Peyton Boyle making his way forward. Cade Cannon still up here as well. Jeff Peppers hanging out in that top 10. And Ty Stone, kind of a little rundown of your top 10 right now. A few drivers not on the lead lap up here. Elijah Fisher, that 16 machine, being one of them. But he's pushing that 77 there, Thomas Hernandez, out there to that race lead right now. Out there on that high side.